What's up guys, Elif here, and today I'm going to be showing you all the vendor roles for the weapons, or at least the weapons that I think are good. So we're going to start over with the Dead Orbit, Vanguard, and Future War Cult. So, the Vanguard this week have absolutely incredible weapons. I really do think they are some of the best weapons that the Vanguard have had in a while. So I'm going to be showing you the Vanguard's best weapons and what I recommend you pick up. So, let me just show you. So, we have the Continental auto rifle. This thing looks incredible. It has focused fire, perfect balance, hidden hand, rifle barrel, and Eye of the Storm. An amazing combination is focused fire, perfect balance, and hidden hand, especially for PvP. I would definitely get that. Now we've got the pulse rifle, the Parthian shot. I think I'm saying that right. It's got head seeker, perfect balance, and life support. Guys, this is an amazing pulse rifle. This reminds me of the grass mallet that you could have farmed, except it's got a little bit less of a rate of fire, but I think a little bit higher of impact. Or maybe it's the same, I'm not really sure. But this is amazing, especially because of head seeker. This guys, oh my god, I actually just have to applaud this thing. This is an amazing weapon. And this isn't even the best one you can get from the Vanguard. No, this thing has a secret up its sleeve. So now we've got the Angel's Advocate. It's got reactive reload, explosive rounds, and outlaw. Explosive rounds and outlaw is a combination that I adore on scout rifles. And personally for me, this is a great PvE scout rifle. I really do think that combination is just lethal against Vex. Actually, I do find it that it's just so helpful against Vex for some reason. It's great against all enemies, but I don't know, it's just I enjoy watching explosive round work on Vex. I don't know, I'm a weird person. Let's not get into that. Now it's got this really nice hand cannon called the How Dare You. It's got Mulligan and Icarus. Obviously Icarus is really good on hand cannons, and I'm not saying that as a joke, it genuinely is, guys. Icarus with the hand cannon is amazing. It's got explosive rounds. Now I haven't really used that many hand cannons with explosive rounds, but I'd say it would be good for, again, PvE. Not that much for PvP. Hammer Forged, definitely a PvP perk. Pick it up, guys. It's really good. And look in the chamber. So if I was going against, if I was going into PvE, guys, I'd use Icarus and explosive rounds. If I was going into PvP, I'd use Icarus and Hammer Forged. And obviously, look in the chamber is going to be godly for PvP. So this is definitely going to be more of a PvP hand cannon, but you know, still very viable for PvE. Now, the Vanguard have a decent sniper. It's called the 7 Sense. It's more of a PvE sniper. I wouldn't really recommend it that much in PvP just because of this. However, Firefly, great for both PvP and PvE. I've never seen something bad for that. Quick Draw and Snapshot, amazing for PvP. These are things that are the perks for PvP, because you can just quick scope so many people. Now Grenadier and Spray and Play, these are sort of the PvE side of things, so we're getting into a sort of mix here. So what I would do is, if I was going into PvP with this, which I think a lot of you will, I would use Spray and Play, Quick Draw, and Firefly, because Quick Draw kind of does Snapshot's job for it. And if I was going into PvE, I would probably use Grenadier as well as Quick Draw and Firefly, because Grenadier, you get more grenade cooldown time. It's better for you, and you're going to be using your grenade a lot more in PvE than you would in PvP. And now, guys, can you guess out of the 4 weapons? We've got a shotgun, a machine gun. I can't count. 5 weapons. I went to school. I did. We've got a fusion rifle, a sidearm, a rocket launcher, a machine gun, and a shotgun. Can you guess what the trick up the Vanguard sleeve is? I'll tell you now. It's this. The OCCAM'S Razor. I nearly cried. I nearly cried out of sheer joy when I saw this, guys. Final round shotgun. Last round in the magazines deals bonus damage. Hammer Forged. Increase range and accuracy. Close and or personal. 25% bonus melee damage after landing a hit. So you go around a corner, you shotgun someone in the leg, but you know the way hit detection, yada yada yada, you might have missed a few bullets. Don't worry, because 25% bonus melee damage is going to finish that person off, as well as knee pads. So if you find that not happening to you, but you like to slide and kill people with your shotgun, take this, because you're going to be going for miles with it. So guys, quick draw as well, but I definitely use close hand or personal, hammer forged, and final round. What a shotgun, guys. Definitely the best weapon that the Vanguard have. Now, obviously, these guns are pretty viable as well, but it's definitely these 5 here. These are the big boys that the Vanguard have. And again, I can't count because it's 6. Seriously, guys, what the hell? Basic maths. Anyway, thank you, Ronnie. Interesting name. Alright, now we've got Dead Orbit. So, Dead Orbit have a decent auto rifle as well. It's called the EXTREMOPHILE. I hate names, I really do, I just hate them. Anyway, it's got Persistence, an amazing perk for auto rifles. It's always been good. I think it always will be good for an auto rifle. As well as Perfect Balance. Sure, it has Hot Swap, but Perfect Balance and Persistence are going to be godly in PvP. And now it has Hipfire. Hipfire is amazing for an auto rifle. You can start firing at them a lot quicker. You'll have nice stability with Perfect Balance. Persistence will make you grow more accurate. And Hipfire, because you'll have that bonus accuracy already, it's going to be a really good auto rifle, guys, for PvP. I definitely think it will be great. Now, we have a really good Keystone 01 for the PvE side of things. So it's got triple tap, crowd control, and extended mag. That's going to be really good for PvE, yeah. Extended mag is kind of like Field Scout, but a larger magazine size. So you're going to have it going up from 14 to, I'm guessing, 20 at a guess now. So that's going to be really good for PvE. Triple tap, obviously probably one of the best PvE perks there is, and crowd control, so PvE. Now if I were to bring this into PvP, I probably would use Perfect Balance, extended mag, and crowd control. But yeah, definitely more of a PvE type of scout rifle. Moving on, we have a decent looking shotgun from Dead Orbit. Not that bad. It's got rangefinder, which is good. Hammer forged again, which is good. But because of quick draw and flared mag oil, it's okay. Definitely the shotgun over at the Vanguard is going to be a lot better than that. Now we've got an okay sniper. I'm not even going to get into it that much because it's only okay. And this rocket launcher is okay. However, oh boys. When I was looking at the Dead Orbit rocket launcher earlier on, it had snapshot on it, but it didn't have tracking. So I was thinking, you know what? If it had tracking on it as well as snapshot, it would just be amazing. So I came up to Lakshmi to see what she had. To my surprise, the Warpath has snapshot, heavy payload, and tracking. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you a god in PvP. Tracking and snapshot. Snapshot, you're able to aim faster. Tracking will trigger faster, meaning you can shoot tracked rockets really quickly. Oh, and what happens if the tracking isn't as good as you wanted? Well, because of heavy payload, the blast radius is completely maxed out, and they can't escape. Guys, this is an absolute beast of a weapon for PvP. Enough said. Pick this thing up. This is probably the second best or the best weapon I've seen so far from any of the vendors. Now we've got an okay, well no, not an okay, a pretty good whale hand cannon for more PvP focused players. I think heavy armor piercing rounds and hip fire. Armor piercing rounds is going to be better in, I think, PvE and PvP, because I see myself and other people. They generally, when they use hand cannons, they aim. So it's going to be a lot better for this type of hand cannon. Hammer forged, obviously, for extra range, and Firefly. That's a pretty good hand cannon. Now, moving on. This is probably the best fusion rifle I've seen so far, guys. This is probably another contender for the vacancy spot. I remember last year Lakshmi sold an amazing fusion rifle called the Vacancy. This is another one. She's done it again. We've got rangefinder. knee pads, perfect balance, accelerated coil, and hip fire. Guys, enough said. You get a faster charge rate with this with slightly less impact. That impact is still high enough to kill someone with one hit. We've got perfect balance and knee pads, so it's all up to you which one you want, and rangefinder. Enough said, guys. Probably the best fusion rifle I've seen so far. And yeah, these are some decent rolls on the rest of them, but I think those are the three that really stand out for me. Now, I'll skip over to where I get to the Crucible Quartermaster. So one sec, guys. Okay, guys, we're over at the Crucible Quartermaster. Now, this guy, he's got probably, in my opinion anyway, I'm not trying to say any of these guns are bad, but he's probably only got one gun of real interest to me, or two guns really. So we'll start with the sidearm. So we've got Anton's Rule. It's got Relentless Tracker, it's got Hot Swap, and it's got Hand Loaded. So it's got a great perk for sidearms in Hand Loaded, a great perk for sidearms in Relentless Tracker, and Hot Swap is kind of what lets it down. So this is what makes it kind of good. If that Hot Swap wasn't there, if it was a different perk, I would be putting up my arms and saying this is probably the best sidearm that any of the vendors would sell. Now, it's still a very, very, very good sidearm, and if you enjoy using sidearms, I think you might like this. But because of that Hot Swap, I don't like Hot Swaps on sidearms. I think it's kind of a wasted perk. If that was just something else, I think it would be great. And the one that I think is pretty good myself is this sniper rifle. So it's called the Event Horizon. Hidden Hand on snipers has always been great. I really do think that it's probably one of the best perks you can get on snipers. Now we've got explosive rounds and small bore. Small bore is probably the one I'd be using because it gives it more stability, more range, and a slightly lower reload, which can be counteracted by spray and play, because once you empty your magazine, you can reload much quicker. So if I were to use this in PvP, I would be using spray and play, small bore, and hidden hand. And if I were again to be using it in PvE, I'd be using grenadier, explosive rounds to do a bit more damage to each enemy, and hidden hand. It also has sights. I've never been able to pronounce that. I don't know what it's called. Sight CSL20. I don't know. It's got Takis and of course short gaze. So again, a great sight for PvP short gaze. So pretty much your PvP loadout would be short gaze, spray and play, small bore, hidden hand. I think this could be a pretty good gun for PvP. And yeah, everything else at the Quartermaster, personally, I don't enjoy. I don't really enjoy the rest of it. That's just my opinion, though. You guys might find something from him that's absolutely amazing for you. So anyway, I'm going to pop over to New Monarchy, and that will be the last faction today. Okay, guys, we're finally at New Monarchy. Now. So, let me load it up first. Okay, so, as always, all the ghosts are here at the bottom below all the weapons. So, he's got the assembly too. Now, this has counterbalance and perfect balance, and because the stability is so low at the start, these two combined will bring its stability really high up. Now, it's got complete maxed out rate of fire and impact. Maxed out rate of fire and a very small amount of impact, so it's like the Doctrine of Passing. It's got high, armor-piercing rounds and quick draw. So what I would use is armor-piercing rounds to improve the range, just that slight bit, perfect balance, and counterbalance. And this would definitely be more of a PvP auto rifle for me. It's a very good auto rifle, and I would recommend you get it. Now, next up, we have this Free Will 3. It's got rangefinder and third eye and stuff like that. Now, rangefinder is obviously going to be very good, especially considering the range is quite low. So if you put on Hammer Forge, the range will go up a bit to the same amount that the rate of fire is. And again, like I said, most people aim when using hand cannons. So this is going to be great because Hammer Forged will make its range go up to there, and Rangefinder will improve on that even more. So I think this is probably going to be a great pairing. And then explosive rounds. I would use actually explosive rounds only in this instance for PvP as well as PvE, because Snapshot is kind of a wasted perk on a hand cannon, in my opinion. Again, third eye, if you find yourself just aiming for most of the map, then sure, you can sacrifice Hammer Forged and just use third eye. But I think for PvP and PvE, I would use these three. Again, this is a decent weapon. It's not that bad, I have to say. Now he has this sidearm. I don't really like it that much. It's got reactive reload, sure, but I don't like it that much. It's got this nice shotgun. This weapon can be fired full auto. I've never been a fan of full auto shotguns, so that was a complete turn off for me. And now we have this sniper. It's got mulligan and unflinching, and I'll just show you the main perks of it now. Unflinching is good because of the patch. The more damage you take, it's easier to fire. But since the patch, when you take damage from any type, I suppose, from any sort of damage, it's extremely hard to aim and fire a sniper accurately. So I think unflinching will counter that a bit. So that's very good. Got hammer forged, increased range, and the range doesn't need to be upped that much. But for PvE, I would still use it. For PvP, I would use mulligan because mulligan has been buffed recently, I think. Skip rounds obviously for PvE, and snapshot for PvP because snapshot has always been a great perk. And it's got short gaze SLH10 again, so probably the best sight in the game as well. So yeah, these are probably gonna be a very interesting combination for PvP. I'm yet to see it in action, but I think if this starts, if that unflinching counters the buff that Bungie made to all other damages against snipers, if that counteracts it a lot, we could be looking at a really sought after weapon. And finally it has the machine gun. So we got counterbalance on the machine gun to upgrade that really small stability, and with a magazine size of 77, high rate of fire, decent impact, that counterbalance is probably going to come in handy really well actually. It's got hammer forge to increase that really small range. I'm surprised now it has such a small range, so I probably would be using that. But feeding frenzy, kills with this weapon increase reload speed for a short time. I think feeding frenzy is probably going to be the one that most people use because, hey, magazine size, look at that reload, 77 magazine. You're going to be destroying people with this, so I think you need to be able to reload as fast as possible. Now we've got extended mag, a larger magazine. Now with 77, I don't think you need a larger magazine, but because its other perk is snapshot, I think I would go for the extended mag to upgrade that 77 magazine and just be able to kill that small amount of more people. I'd say it will go up to maybe 83, 84. That's my prediction anyway. But yeah, it's a very good machine gun for PvP, as it turns out. So yeah, guys, those are the weapons I really recommend you pick up from the new vendors. The best weapon I've seen today, it's probably a tie between the Future War Cult's Warpath rocket launcher and the Vanguard's shotgun. Those are the two that I think will probably be the most bought because of their perks. They have extremely impressive perks. So yeah, guys, and obviously now you can finally buy the new shaders from Eva Levante. I just thought I'd throw that in at the end considering we're at New Monarchy. So guys, yeah, if you enjoyed the video and you want more Destiny vids in the future, please like, comment and subscribe to the channel. And also guys, just a small heads up, I'm going to be doing a full walkthrough of the Rise of Iron story. So if you want to check that out, yeah, it's going to be on the channel soon enough. So see you guys.